Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. In the last video, we did our first program in the C programming language, that is Hello World, and we learned about each line of code. What is the use of that line? If you want to learn basic things, go and check it out our first video. Today we're going to learn how to take input from user or keyboard and how to display that values on output screen. So let's get started. Our first line is header file #include stdio. We already explained use of that lines and why we write this lines in previous video. For better understanding, go and check it out. Our first video. In short, this line use for include or import library function in our program. Now moving ahead, our next line is writing main function of our program, that is int main. Main function is starting point of our program. We can write anything about our program in main function. There are different return types to main function. Now we use int to returning integer value. Now we declare variables with data types. First is integer number, that is int, demo int. Second is floating number, that is float, demo float. Next data type we declare, that is character, for string. Next we print some instructions to user with printf function. First instruction is enter the integer value, so that user understand. Compiler ask for integer input. Below we taken our another function, that is scanf, is used to accept input from user via keyboard. So we write input function like scanf double inverted. In that, form a specifier, that is %d, which is used to accept integer value. We have to take another one input, which floating number. So again, we give instruction to user like enter the float value. Below that, we write scanf function to accept the floating number from user. For that we used %f format specifier. Most important is we used ampersand symbol, which means we take an input from user and then variable name where we want to store floating number. Next we take our last input from the user, that is a character. We store character in char data type. We print instruction, that is enter the character value. Use scanf function with %s format specifier. For storing character we need not to write ampersand symbol before variable name. That's great. Our first part is done. We take different inputs from user and store it in respective data type. Next is print the values that has been stored in variable. For that, we use a printf function. We learned how print the message on output screen. In previous video, we take printf function. With that take double inverted comma. Under that write a format specifier and variable name. First, we print our integer value, so we take an %d format specifier, comma, demo int variable. Next is print the floating number, so we take an %f specifier, comma, demo float. Next we print character, so we take %s specifier, with democker variable. At the end, we write return 0, because we take an int, that is return type of main function. Why we used this return statement before ending of program, this explains step by step in our first video, so let's check it out for better understanding. After closing the curly brackets, that's declare successfully end of our program. Next is compile a program, check the output. After completion of program, we compile a program, and compiler shows the respective output, that is display the value of each variable that has been stored by user. Here, we learned and did our second program, that is how to take input from user. If you like videos, do a like, subscribe to channel for this.